but windy day here in Sioux City, Iowa. We have got a matchup inside, also what it's called, between the Des Moines Buccaneers and the Sioux City Musketeers. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the broadcast booth. I'm Ronnie Vadine with you all here this evening. Boy, oh boy, we've got a good one for you tonight. But of course, you know, I say that all the time, so. Well, because these games are always good. They are always good. Well, both these teams, for them, this will be their first games of the weekend, believe it or not. Yes. Des Moines, they come into this at 1-2. I believe that's not their actual record. It's like 1-2-0-2. That's what it is. There we go. That's good for 4 points on the year. Of course, Sioux City, they're 3-1-1 and 0-2, giving them 7 points and tied for first. Des Moines tied for 6 with Omaha in the league in terms of standings. Still very early on, so, you know, obviously they'll be, you know, by the time we get to November and December and really dig deep into the season, then, you know, it'll, obviously all those things will change. So, yeah, well, speaking of last weekend for them, let's take a look at last weekend. Des Moines, they were in Chicago for 2 nights, and both nights ended in a shootout, and both shootouts went for 8 rounds. Although Des Moines was on the losing end of both of those, 4-3 last Friday night and 5-4 last Saturday night. In fact, last Saturday night's game went 3 hours and 6 minutes, so long for a hockey game for sure. Then Sioux City, of course, they had that victory last weekend on their home opener versus Sioux Falls. That was a 5-4 victory, and then they went into Fargo, and yeah, they took that one in a shootout 2-1. In fact, it was tied up at 1 at the end of the first, and no scoring until the shootout then, basically. So, yeah, like I said, this is the first game of the weekend. In fact, this is Sioux City's only game of the weekend. Des Moines has a game tomorrow. I believe they're in Tri-City, I want to say, but yeah. So, yeah, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have more. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back.
Someone's worried by the end of the night as the Huskers are driving against your Maryland Terrapins here. We'll have to see how that goes. But as far as the hockey game goes, best of luck. Head coach Jason Kurzer.
Fans, Marto's Golden Ale is available at the Marto Brewing. Make sure to stop by section 110 to get yours. And bring your tickets up to Marto to get half off your first beer. That's tonight or tomorrow at Marto Brewing in downtown Sioux City. It's a fantastic deal for some fantastic beer. If you're looking for a great way to get your office staff together or have a family gathering, look no further than the Musketeers Dick Zone. When you sign up for a Dick Zone in sections 107 and 109, you're not only given exclusive area for your group, but cater your drink options to fit every type of party. When you're thinking about a group night out, think of the Dick Zone, presented by Brandon Dix of Farm Bureau Financial Services and the Musketeers. At Brandon Dix Farm Bureau Financial Services, they're about more than insurance, more than products, more than bricks and mortar that make up your buildings. They're about you, your family, your home, your future. Make sure you head over to the top of section 106 and get your Sioux Youth Hockey 50-50 raffle ticket for tonight's game. You can win some big time cash and help out a great cause at the same time. Reminder fans that registration for trivia night is at the top of section 106. We have limited spots available for tonight's trivia night. Sign up win $1,000. Again, head to the top of section 106 to register your team of 2 to 5 members. Tonight's game officials are assigned by the United States Hockey League. Calling tonight's offside on the blue line will be linesman TJ Lyle and Robert Taylor. Wyatt Corrigan and Sean Rounds. Tonight's referee is Sean Corrigan. USHL's on-ice officials are under the direction of referee-in-chief John Graham. Collecting tonight's game stats and outline goal lamps are the off-ice officials following under the direction of Steve Mallory and the United States Hockey League. To get your updated team stats, download the USHL app or see tonight's live chart on the Musketeers Facebook and Twitter pages. For those fans keeping track, here are the team scratches for tonight. For the visitors from Des Moines, Henry Schmiel and Luke Norcross. And from your Susie Musketeers, please scratch Gavin Perry, Lenny Geiger, Trey Jeffers, Kirby Peter, and Travis Felicity. Now for the starting lineup for your visiting Des Moines Buccaneers. At forward, number 13, Theo Kiss.
Welcome back, everybody. I don't think you were able to hear the intro back in the break, so we'll do that again.
Number 23.
There we go. Well, now we welcome you back, everybody. Let's take a look at how these teams match up. So Des Moines, we'll look at some stats for them. Des Moines, they score 3 goals a game. They give up 3.6, so about even. That's typical, I think, for most teams around this time of the season. Their power play, tied for ninth at 16.7%. Again, a lot of the teams are like that, so 84.2% penalty kill. That's tied for 7th. Sioux City, they score 3 goals a game. Case in point. They give up 4.2, though, so yeah, and that's just on average. So yeah, that tenor versus Dubuque on the first day of the season really skewed that quite a bit. So anyway, their power play, 18.8%. That's 8th in the league. And their penalty kill tied with Des Moines at 84.2. In fact, they're tied with one other team, I believe. So yeah, that's another interesting stat note. Let's take a look at who's in and who's not in for both of these teams. So for Des Moines, they only have 2 scratches, Henry Chamil and Luke Norcross. Then for Sioux City, we've got Gavin Carey. Of course, he's still on IR. You know, that's no shocker there. Lenny Geiger, he's a healthy scratch. Trey Jeffers, we were afraid of this. He is injured, so yeah, that's going to suck. At least it's only for tonight, so that's good. At least I think, because the Muskies only play 1 game this weekend. And then Kirby Perler's a healthy scratch, as well as Travis Poliski. We'll take a look at Des Moines' starting lineup right now, because why not? At left wing, we've got Theo Kiss. At center, Joseph Argentina. At right wing, Drew Roloffs. Left defense, Rylan Randall. Right defense, Tomas Mikael. And then Max Weiland will be the starting goaltender. It's funny because Theo Kiss and Joseph Argentina, they're on the 4th line, and then Drew Roloffs is the extra forward tonight. So it's kind of funny how that works sometimes. But I don't know. I don't control the lineups or anything like that. So I don't know. Let's take a look at the lineup chart here for Sioux City. We'll start on the first line, Dallas View, William Tomko, and Daniil Putin. Second line, Luke Gary, Pavel Martinu, and Elias Fatny. Third line, George Lavelle, Kaysen Musket, and Max Anderson. Fourth line, Jake Tavares, Dallas Potter, and Caden Nokavita. Okay. Defensemen now. First line, Shane Gold and Christian Lyon. Second line, Mason Stenger and Mason Piepenberg, 2 Masons. Third line, Garen Ludwig and Mete Tepley. Then the extra defenseman tonight is Ryan Poirier. And then our backup goaltender tonight will be Jack Fickthorn. So, yeah, we'll take a look at Des Moines starting goaltender Max Weiland. He's 1-2 so far this year, a 3.12 goals against and a .866 save percentage. Then, of course, Sioux City, the best, Bjorn Bronis, 2-1-1-0 with a 4.64 goals against and a .839 save percentage. So yeah, that's how these teams match up here tonight. I have a feeling it's going to be a fun one here, but, you know, like I said in the beginning, I say that about every game, so. But it's true. It is true. Crowd still filing in here. In fact, it's looking like there's going to be a lot less people here than there was last Friday night, so a little empty, but, you know, it's football season, so it happens, I guess. But, oh well. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Get your tickets today for the Wrangler Make It a Ring game and help us fight cancer.
Welcome back, everybody, to tonight's game, Des Moines and Sioux City. They're just doing the little pregame intro in the arena. Usually show a video up on the board, on the video board, Jumbotron, I guess. That's the proper terminology, but yeah, so any moment Muskies will enter the ice. The Zebras have just entered, so that's good. Those lunatics, I'll tell you that much. You know how much I hate the Zebras. Oh my God, I just came from my college's football game today, and oh my God, it's some of the worst officiating I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it didn't matter because we won 50-10, but I don't know. Just some things just happen, I guess, you know, so. And, you know, I can bitch and bitch and bitch about it. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. Because that's fun to do. Oh, my. All right. Now they're getting ready to come out here. They got a 10-second countdown, of course. The guys with the flags just came out. Boy, the Musketeers' new dark green jerseys are interesting because they're not even dark green. They're like lighter green. They go back to the mid-'80s. Throwback for that design. So, yeah, they really went all out. That is for sure. And here they come out onto the ice. Coming up next, we'll have the starting lineup for the Muskies and the national anthem, and then we'll be that much closer to puck drop.
Freshman from Stamford, Connecticut, number 2, Matej Tapley. And your goaltender from Gartell, Minnesota, number 30, Bjorn Brunner. Your Musketeers are coached by Jason Kersner, General Manager Sean Clark, Associate Head Coach Alex Doyle, Assistant Coach Jared Kersner, Goaltending Coach Shane Clifford, Hockey Analyst Zach Clemens, Athletic Trainer Erica Epple, and your Recruitment Manager is Zach Peterson. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the flag out by the video board and please rise for the singing of the National Anthem by the Pompta Choir in Section 110.
Yeah, I'd be crying too if there was hardly any sound for the national anthem. Oh, God. Some things, you know, some things. Really, that's all I gotta say. Alrighty, I think we're ready to go. We've gone through, well, covered everything we needed to in the pregame. Got all of our commercials in, so we're more than ready to go here. Okay. It'll be Dallas Potter and Joseph Argentina taking the draw at center ice. We are off and underway here at Sioux City, Iowa. Boy, both teams having a hard time. Well, they had a hard time getting it out of the face-off dot, but now they do. Sioux City has control of it, but then it's swiped back in behind the net by Ryan Kroll from Des Moines. Taken there by Rylan Randall. Randall flips one down into the corner. Garen Ludwig throws one up the right side. Boy, roll-offs and Tupley going crashing into the boards. Puck sent out towards center there into the hands of Matej Tupley. Tipped there by Dallas Potter. It rolls into the corner. Rylan Randall will pick this one up. Here comes Randall up the left side. Rylan Randall off a stick of Seelinger and into the corner for Christian Lyons. Lyons feeds it on over. Max Anderson picked up there by Shane Gold. Here's Gold out towards center ice. Couldn't quite get it on over to George Lavelle, but now he does get it. Davenport behind the net. Boy, he's taken down by Kason Musket. Now in a scramble for Max Anderson. Gets a tap on it. Here's Lyons out towards the blue line there for Shane Gold. Gold back behind the net. Cannot connect with Kroll. And now it's sent out towards center ice there for Seelinger. Singlinger, nice moves. In on goal. Now it's Musket. Boy, and Zidlipke couldn't even get a shot off. And now here's Max Anderson. 2-on-2 back the other way. Anderson. Well, he played it offsides.
Fans, if the Muskies score a goal in the first 5 minutes of the game, everyone in tonight's game will win free City Bites for the purchase of any drink tomorrow at Breakfast, located next to Tutoria Fresno.
Heck yeah. I like the sound of that.
The first 5 minutes of the game, everyone will get some free City Bites.
I mean, I won't be here, but face-off's won. Here's Mason Piepenberg with it. Piepenberg back behind the net. Taken down there by Keaton Ori. Ori out towards center ice. Tipped in there by Mason Piepenberg. Poke check there by Reese Wallen. Here comes Zidlicki with it. Zielinski now off the boards. Taken there by George Lavelle. Lavelle, nice pass to Dallas View. A shot went wide. All right, great to see Dallas View out there. Tomka with it. Of course, he was suspended last weekend. That was quite an interesting suspension, if I do say so myself. I mean, that was just nuts. Of course, that happened during the home opener, right at the end. Owen Tylick. Now Piepenberg sends one off the boards down into the corner. Spun around there for Max Weiland. Weiland taken there by Riley Zupfer. Bronis plays it on over to Poyer. Poyer now picked up by Pavel Martinu. Elias Vatny takes this one. Vatny in. Tipped up into the air. Weiland couldn't get a handle on it, but it falls into the corner. There now for Poirier. Poirier gives it on over to Martinu. Martinu on across Christian Lyons. Lyons, a shot went wide. Taken there by Max Anderson behind the net into the corner. Anderson, ooh, he falls down. Kind of got tripped up there by Riley Zupfer. Not very nice, I'll tell you that much. Zupfer flings it down ice off the back of Joseph Argentina and into the hands of Ryan Poirier. Or Poyer. Poyer. There, Jesus. Luke Gary now with it. Gary through the legs into the hands of Christian Lyons there. Oh, and Tavares takes a big hit. Of course, no penalty. Because why would there be? God bless him. Here's Kroll with it. Right out there front. Shot save made by Bronis from Nate Dalladonna. Here's Travis Poliski now with it. On for Matej Tepley. Tepley feeds it on over Okavita. Off the boards, it's into the hands of Aiden Zidlicki. Zidlicki down there in the corner, tied up with Garen Ludwig. Ludwig off the boards there for Max Anderson. Here comes Anderson up the left side. Anderson, and he's got to play it offsides. Nice. You know, now that everybody's filed in here, it's starting to look like there's about as many people here as there were last Friday night, so that's a good thing. I kind of mentioned in the pregame that there seemed to be a lot less people here than there were last Friday night, but no, people are still filing in, and in their hundreds, that's for sure, so that's good. Something's going on. Des Moines' coach is freaking out about something. Oh, head coach and president of hockey operations, Derek Damon. I give him such a big title. Refs are gonna review something. Probably a major penalty. I bet you Jason Kersner, when Tavares took that hit in front of their bench, I bet you that's what they're reviewing. I can almost guarantee you that's what they are reviewing. And well, that didn't take very long.
Susie is challenging for a major penalty.
Okay, so you came out to tell us that. It's kind of funny because he went into the penalty box, then he comes out, says, oh, they're going to challenge, and then he goes back in. Well, maybe make that before you go into the box the first time instead of, you know. Oh, God. You know, it wouldn't be the Zebras unless they got under my skin in some way, shape, or form. Really, they wouldn't be, but. Yeah, I bet you it was that hit on Tavares a little while ago. That's what they're. And I could definitely see why, but I don't know. It's up to the Zebras. Thank God I'm not in their position. That's all I'm going to say. Because you got to look at a tiny iPad that's in the box. I mean, it's not tiny, but, you know, it's not like a big 75-inch TV, which you all are watching this on right now. So, I mean. Boy, they're taking a good long look at this too, so. Now the thing to note here is that there's only one referee tonight. and one linesman. Well, there's two linesmen, but they have one looking in the box with the referee, so they must see differing points of view. Yeah, that definitely, let's see, that definitely looked vicious. It would be Jason Davenport getting the major. Yeah, it looks like he got his left elbow in right on Tavares' face. That's never, that usually stings, so, but yeah, they are taking a good long look at this. I mean, I think it's pretty cut and dry. I mean, I'm sure seeing the same thing over and over and over and over again. All right, they're going to make the announcement. Well, now, no, they're still standing there in the box. Are you done reviewing or what? Because they're still standing there talking. Oh, my God. I can't. We're 2 games into the season, and I already cannot. Just like we never left. Oh, well, now the one linesman came in. I swear to God. Well, now they're getting the other linesman. And now they're going to talk. I bet you $1 million they're going to go back in and look at it. Oh, maybe not. I was wrong. Let's see.
After further review, there's no major on the call.
No, because putting an elbow in somebody's face is not a penalty. No, not even 2 minutes. Yeah, the Jason Cursor's now getting an earful from the referee, so I can't. I mean, at least give him a penalty. 2 minutes. I mean, 2 minutes is better than no minutes on a play that should be a penalty. It's ridiculous. Face-off's won. Here's Gold with it, feeding it on to Christian Lyons. There you go. There you freaking go. Here's Wallen up the left side. Reese Wallen, a shot. Gold was there for the block and the taken. Daniil Booten up the left side. There now for Gus Thorpe. Yeah, the refs do suck, I'll tell you that much. I'd take 30 seconds, a 30-second power play. I wouldn't take no power play, that's for sure. Here's Dallas View with it. Puck poked around the glass. Taken there for Owen Tylick. Now Shane Gold will have this one. Gold off the boards. Excuse me, Keaton Norrie tripped and fell with the puck, and now here's a pass across. Top goal! I don't think it went in. I don't think it went in. Goal light, and the goal horn went off, but I don't think it went in. But let's see. Let's see, it was View. Nice pass to Tomko. Yeah, the puck never went in as far as I can see. At least they will get the face-off to the right. Yeah, nowhere close to the goal line. It was just a good save by great save by Weiland, actually. Here's Vatne with it. Vatne down there in the corner for Keaton Norrie. Or he sends it into section 113 and out of play. Face-off will come to the right of Max Weiland. Martineau will take the draw with Harper Searles. Anything to note about him? No, not really. Face-offs. It's been a long day. It really has been for me. Puck will roll out toward center there. Pavel Martineau with it. Martineau back behind the net. I would buy a jersey. The new green jerseys that the Muskies got. They look like, well, it's a throwback to the 1980s look. Here's Piepenberg with it. It's probably, though, $100 plus, and I ain't spending that kind of money on it. I could just admire it over pictures and video. That's exactly what I'll do. Here's Zupfer with it. Into the hands of Martineau. He takes it away. Here comes Pavel Martineau with it. Feeds it on over Elias Vatne. In there, Martineau. Martineau, he gets pinned up against the boards. Taken on over there for Zupfer. Zupfer out towards center. Taken in there by Rylan Rooney behind the net. Mason Stenger now will pick that one up. He got a goal in the home opener. Here's Musket with it out towards center ice, feeding it on to Shane Gold. Gold. Boy, it's kind of flopping all over the place, but still kept good control of the puck. Just impressed. Here's Musket. Oh, that one's played offsides. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 45 seconds. I was not ready for that, so dun 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 dun.
Can you hear me? All right. I'm standing here with Andrea, who's been waiting to play our Crazy Cruise chiropractic question. So what's going to happen, Andrea, is you're going to see Dr. Cruz up there, and he's going to ask you a question. You are going to answer A, B, C, or D, and if you get it right, you're going to take home one of my Crazy Cruise question t-shirts. You ready? All right, let's hear our question.
Your Crazy Cruise question is, which part of the body has the most bones?
Is it A, hand, B, head?
Welcome back, everybody. 13:57 left to go in this first period. Oops. Right now we are tied up at 0 apiece. All back and forth here to get things started, so I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but yeah, Muskies have had a couple chances. Des Moines, they've had a couple of chances to make something happen here. Let's see if we can get the best of both worlds here. That would be nice. Puck will roll back behind the net there. Max Weiland taken there by Ryan Kroll. Kroll down there in the corner. Sent out towards center there. Roll-offs. Now here's Jake Tavares with it. Tavares swept up there by Harper Searles. And it's taken there. Nathan Hod, a shot went wide. Taken there by Tavares back the other way. Excuse me, Tavares. Puck will roll down into the corner for an icing.
Fans, reminder for those playing trivia, at the 5-minute mark of the period, we'll ask you to make your way on over to your respective Dix Zone section. Again, reminder, if you're playing trivia night at the 5-minute mark of the period,
Dix Zone.
respective Dix Zone section.
I'm sorry, I just find that funny. Face-off coming to the left of Bronis. Face-off's one. Here's Poyer with it down there in the corner. Sends it on out. Keaton Norrie. Blocked. Now taken there by Dallas Potter out towards center ice. Potter flips it down into the corner. Back behind the net. There for Gus Thorpe. Thorpe up the left side. Feeds it on back there for Nate Deladonna. Deladonna spins around Mete Tepley. Pushes Garen Ludwig out of the way. Well, at least he tried. Mete Tepley with it down there in the corner. Feeds it off the boards. Into the hands of Garen Ludwig. Here's Dallas View out towards center there for Zidlidki. Spun around Daniil Booten. Puck taken back by Gus Thorpe in the corner. Thorpe poke checks, tried to get it to Sealinger. Now he gets it to View. On out for Tomko. Tomko in front. Well, that one was stopped by Weiland. Face-off will come to the right of Max Weiland. Well, false start on the draw. It's between Musket and... who is that down there? My goodness. Probably Deladonna, if I had to guess. Nope, it's Owen Tylick, so it's that first line with him and Zielinski and Wallen. All veteran guys on the Des Moines roster. Face-off's won there by Tylik. Puck will get back behind the net there for Rylan Randall, although I don't think that's who that is now that I have their lineup chart. Oh, yeah, it is. Rylan Randall. There's two Rylans, that's why. Rylan Randall with it. Puck will roll back behind the net. They're now into the hands of Mason Stenger. Stenger down there for Owen Tylik. Tylik feeding it on over for Mason Piepenberg, the defenseman. He crosses center. Piepenberg feeds it on over to Stenger. Stenger, nice move. Shot got deflected up high into the safety netting and out of play. 8 minutes into this one.
Golden Ale is available at Mardo Brewing. You can get your Golden Ale courtesy from Mardo Brewing Company. It's at the Mardo Brew Deck behind section 110. Also a reminder to take your tickets up to Mardo Brewing tomorrow and get half off your first beer or drink. That's at Mardo Brewing in downtown Sioux City.
Face-off will come to the left of Weiland. Martineau will take the draw with... Let's guess on that one. We will guess on that one. That was Harper Searles, actually. So, a little more accuracy there. Puck will roll back behind the net. They're into the hands of Rylan Rooney. There's the other Rylan. Searles with it. Searles out towards center ice. Picked up there Christian Lyons. Lyons feeding it on over now. Martineau with it. Martineau feeds it on over for Searles. Here's Martineau with it again. On over across, Riley Zupfer. Zupfer. Off the boards into the hands of Luke Gary. Gary back behind the net to Shane Gould. Gould in the corner behind the net. There for Christian Lyons. Keaton Ori has that one. Ori back behind the net there for Gould. Vatne feeds it on over there to Christian Lyons. There's Joseph Argentina with it now. Argentina shot got blocked. Now it comes into the hands of Gus Thorpe, and that one's also blocked. Keaton Ori with it. Boy, Des Moines, they are frustrated after that, I'll tell you that much. Matej Tupley feeds it into the hands of Shane Gould off the boards. Foot race between Tavares and Thorpe. Imagine they call the whistle on that one. That'd be dangerous. Nathan Hod with it. Hod out towards center ice. Feeds it back in behind the net there of Bronis. Bronis on over across there for roll-offs. Oh, it took a funny bounce, and Des Moines capitalizes on it. Nathan Hod gets Des Moines on the board first. It took a funny hop off the corner and then straight into the hands of Hod. Nothing really Bronis could do on that one, to be quite honest, and you hate to have something like that happen. I mean, and you know what? Those things just happen. But gotta get over it and keep playing. I'll tell you that much. So, yeah. Face-offs one. Here's Deladonna with it, and that one is into the Musketeers bench and out of play.
The Sioux City Marriott is the official host hotel of your Musketeers. If you're looking for a fantastic night out,
Yeah, don't you just hate it when the puck takes a funny hop off the boards and it rolls into the net? Anyway, face-off will come right at center. Tomko and Deladonna. And Zidlicki basically threw Daniil Booten into the two of them. That was kind of funny, if I do say so myself. So Tomko comes out for view. Oh, who cares? Who cares? We heard you the first time. Here's Seelinger with it into the hands of Zidlicki. Picked up there by Ryan Kroll with it now. Kroll feeds it out towards center ice. Zidlicki now with it. Buckle. There's Kroll with it. Kroll feeds it back behind the net there for Zidlicki. Zidlicki there for Seelinger. Now Dallas View will take this one. View there now for Tomko. Tomko there into the circle. Tomko down there for Ryan Kroll. Uh-oh, Kroll got smacked into the boards. Uh-oh, there's something going on down there with View. Yeah, View hit Kroll, and then God only knows what happened after that, but Kroll just got pissed. Well, he was kind of slow to his feet, so I don't know, but here's Kroll with it off the boards back behind the net. Here's Piepenberg, feeds it on over there for George Lavelle. Lavelle on to Max Anderson. Anderson, shot save made by Weiland. 8:44 left to go in the first period. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Okay, everybody, if you look down to the goal line, we're going to play our Fremont Tire slip and slide. Watch the blue line. What we're going to do is these two teams here are each going to have a mattress in front of them. They're going to run and jump and then slide off so that then their partner can run and jump and slide as far as they can with each jump. Whoever gets that goal line first is going to win. And you are going to go away with this nice Fremont Tire hat. Is everybody ready to go? All right, let's make some noise for him on your mark. Get set, go. All right, not a bad slide. Now partner, roll on, sticky go. You get ready. Slip about the same way. All right, all the way down to the goal line. Let's make some noise for him. That's a pretty good slide. Not bad. Keep going, keep going. We're pretty tied up here. All the way down, all the way down.
Oh, shh.
Did you get jump? Roll on, roll on, roll on. Get down to the goal line, roll on. Who's ahead?
Welcome back, everybody. That went 15 seconds too many there on that one. So, all righty.
Don't let your car slip inside because of that.
So we'll do a 30 and a 45 during the second. That's just how we do that. Because we went a little too long on the commercial, but that's okay. Face-off will come to the left of Max Weiland. Well, luckily enough, those cowbells are not from Des Moines, so I mean, if Sioux Falls was in town, you'd get confused, but which I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but Wallen poke checks one up into the air. Here comes Piepenberg against his former team, nonetheless. Here's Lavelle now. Lavelle feeds it on over there to Owen Tylick up center. Tylick. Shot. Bronis directed it back behind the net. Reese Wallen with it there for Zielinski. Piepenberg feeds it off the boards. Here's Max Anderson up the right side. Anderson flips it down into the corner. Des Moines putting the pressure on, that's for sure. Here's Ryland Randall with it. Ryland up the left side to Reese Wallen. Wallen at center. Flips it down into the corner. Into the hands of Christian Lyons behind the goal. Lyons will keep it. See what he does after that. Feeds it off the left side out towards center. Here's Zupfer with it. Poked up into the air for Shane Gold. Gold down there in the corner off the boards for Vatne. Vatne. Boy, he and Zupfer are battling with it. Here's Martineau with it. Martineau out towards the blue line. Sent back in, though, the other way by Tomas Mikel. Zupfer takes this one again. Feeds it back behind the net there for Harper Searles. Searles down there in the corner. Martineau. Spun around Ryland Rooney. Here's Searles again off the boards there for Kroll. Kroll back behind the net there now for Riley Zupfer. Rooney out there in front. Nobody could get a handle on it. Now here's Kroll with it again. Kroll now for Zupfer. There for Ryland Rooney in the corner. Rooney feeds it on out to Kroll. Kroll on across to Davenport. Shot, save made, rebound. Two big stops for Bronis. And we got a little bit of extras going on afterwards. That's typical.
Instant replay. We're not even proud to offer extensive selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Our staff has knowledgeable professionals guide the best used vehicle you should love for many years to come.
Face off will come to the left of Bjorn Bronis. Taking the draw, Dallas Potter and Drew Roloffs. Face-offs one. Here's Mason Stanger with it. Stanger. Giveaway there for Joseph Argentina. Takes a shot. Save made by Brunis. That one from Nathan Hod.
Fremont Tire, presenting sponsor of Musketeers Hockey. Fremont Tire now has 4 locations across the Sioux City Metro, with the newest store at 4721 Morningside Avenue. Weekend food coffee, just great service. Fremont Tire, we keep you rolling.
Face-off will come to the left of Bjorn Bronis. Potter will take the draw here with Drew Roloffs. Roloffs wins the draw. It gets back to Davenport. On across to Kroll. Kroll down there in the corner for Roloffs. Roloffs mishandled there by Kroll. Okavita's after it now too. And it's taken there by Max Weiland behind the net. Weiland misplays it. Okavita pass in front. It's loose now behind the net. Okavita with it. On out to Mason Stanger. Here's Stanger out towards the blue line. Feeds it on Travis Poliski. Poliski at the blue line. Feeds it on over Tavares. And there Poliski in the corner. Poliski, he gets pinned up there by Jason Davenport. Puck's now taken out towards center. Joseph Argentina with it. Argentina feeds it back behind the net into the corner there for Dallas Potter. Potter back there for Max Weiland. Weiland leaves it there for Keaton Ori. Ori throws it now into the corner there for Hod. Where's the puck? Tomko had it up his pants. That's where it was.
Fans, a reminder for those of you playing trivia.
Convenient spot for that, by the way.
Your respective Dick Zone section at the 5-minute mark, so if you're
I don't know if I'd want to touch it after, but
be sure to head to your respective Dick Zone section. Good luck.
we're just going to pretend like I did not just say what I just said 20 seconds ago. Face-off will come to the left of Weiland. Face-off's one. Puck will roll back behind the net there for Keaton Ori. Ori back behind the net. There now for Gus Thorpe. Thorpe out towards center. Here's Dalladonna with it. Dalladonna pass across. Picked up there by Tomko behind the net. Into the hands of Dallas View. Here's View out towards center ice. View, nice moves. Pass across, tip Tomko behind the net into the corner. View with that back behind the net there for Ori. Ori into the corner. Taken out by Adam Zidlicki. Zidlicki there. Daniil Booten with it at center. Booten up the left side. Here's Booten. Nice moves, but there were 4 Des Moines defenders right there. Like, doesn't that not sound stupid to you? Anyway, here's Reese Wallen with it behind the net. Wallen out towards center, intercepted. Here's Christian Lyons with it. Lyons feeds it on over. Oh, it's played offsides. Nice. Face-off will come right in front of the Des Moines bench. Tomko will take the draw with Owen Tylick. 4:22 left to go in this first period. Des Moines up 1-0. Face-off's one. Here's Lyons with it back behind the net there. Max Weiland. Oh, didn't misplay that one. In fact, I think it went out of play. Into the netting. No, he has it in his glove. That's where it is. Face-off's one. Here's Mikhail with it down there in the corner. Gold poked up into the air. Here for Ryland Randall. Out towards center. Puck taken there by Owen Tylick. Tylick down there in the corner. Going after it is Gold. Gold down there for Reese Wallen in a scramble for. Here's Zielinski on out towards the blue line there for Rylan Randall. Randall now to Reese Wallen down there in the corner. Tomko's there too. Here's Wallen there now for Tylek. In the corner, Lyons is there too. Puck's taken there by George Lavelle. And Lavelle gets knocked down by Reese Wallen. Not very nice. Puck will roll down into the corner. There for Ryan Kroll. Kroll up the left side. There for Searles. Here's Luke Gary with it. Gives it to Vatne. Vatne. Pass across. Cannot connect with Luke Gary, but it gets into the hands of Mason Stanger. Down there in the corner. He's pinned up there. With a couple of guys now in a scramble for in the corner. There, Vatne. He's got his stick stuck in the well, he had him stuck in the boards, but there is a penalty coming up. And it looks like it's on Des Moines. So Sioux City's going to have our first power play of the night, which is good. Going to the box will be Rylan Randall. 17:03 time of the goal. Cross-checking will be the call. Boy, well, Sioux City's power play, 18.8% on the regular season so far. Their penalty kill, 84.2%. Tomko wins the draw, but, well, that was nice, except for he threw it down ice. So, here's Gold with it now. Gold out towards center. Feeds it on over to Luke Gary. There for Elias Vatne. Vatne back behind the net. He plays it off sides, and then a late hit on view from Joseph Argentina. Good Lord. Throw another guy in. Late hit. My goodness. Holy crap. Here's Gold with it there at center now. Gold off the draw. Gold out towards center. Feeds it back to Luke Gary there for Elias Vatne. Dallas View with it down there in the corner. Vatne feeds it around the boards there for William Tomko. Here's Tomko, 2:15 left to go in the first, 1:17 left to go on the power play. Here's Gold with it now. Gold down there for View. Now Gold will take this one. Gold rolls out towards center. Gold feeds it on over there to Vatne. Vatne, take it away. Searles can come back shorthanded, and he doesn't. Shane Gold comes up with it in the corner, now back behind the net. Gold, he wants somebody. He needs somebody open. He'll just have to take it himself, unfortunately, out towards center. There for Martineau, 38 seconds left to go on the power play. George Lavelle with it back behind the net. Violent couldn't handle that one. Here's Lavelle with it down there in the corner in a scramble for. Well, they got some sticks and skates trying to get the puck out. Now they do finally get it out to Mason Stanger. Stanger pass across. Mete top play shot went wide. Here's Potter with it now. Potter feeds it on over there for Riley Zupfer. And he'll fling it down ice. Down there into the corner there for Stanger. Stanger. Jeez, that was quite loud. Oh, who cares? Good for them. You get an extra guy back. Yay. 45 seconds left. Here's Poliski. Feeds it on over there to Tupley. Tupley on Martineau. Shot save made by Weiland. Boy, Des Moines is just wanting to be thorns in our sides right now. And I will not accept that. It's inappropriate, that's why. I'll tell you one thing, these Zebras ain't calling anything, I'll tell you that much. Good Lord. Face-off will come to the left of Violent. Face-off's one. Here's Piepenberg. Now there for Anderson. Shot went wide off the glass. There now Poyer with it. Poyer into the hands of Max Anderson. Anderson in the corner. Anderson back behind Daniil Booten. Whoa! As that puck flies out of play. Another hit on Musket. Des Moines, they just will not stop with the hits. Della Donna. I mean, you're not going to get anywhere if you just continue to hit like this. I mean, you're not. Score some freaking goals, Des Moines. You scored one, but you would probably have three by now if you would have saved your hits. Here's View. A shot went wide. Puck will roll out towards center ice there for Jason Davenport. 5 seconds left to go. Davenport, shot save made by Baronis. He'll play it off for Poyer. Poyer out towards the blue line, and that's going to do it for one period of play. Des Moines with a 1-0 lead. Let's take a look back at the stats during that first. Each team 6 shots apiece, so that's pretty darn good. Of course, Des Moines got this period's only goal, which it's not updated on the league site, but that goal did go to Nathan Hod. That is his second goal on the year, so there you go, I guess. And then, of course, the one and only penalty went to Rylan Rooney, or Rylan Randall, one of the two, Rylan Randall, for cross-checking, so there was that. Other games from across the country will start in the USHL because we're right there. 3-1. Youngstown leads Cedar Rapids at the end of 2. Muskegon leads Team USA 2-0 at the end of 2. Fargo leads Tri-City 2-0 at the end of the first. Waterloo leads Green Bay 2-0 at the end of the second. Omaha leads Sioux Falls 1-0 with 1:26 left to go in the first. Lincoln leads Madison 2-0 at the end of 1, and then Chicago will be at Dubuque here in about 20 minutes. College football scores. 3:02 left to go in the fourth quarter. Tennessee leads Arkansas 34-24. Texas A&M leads Florida 14-7 with 4:53 left to go in the first quarter. Tied up at 0. Kansas is at Texas Tech. That game just getting kicked off. And then Michigan is at USC tied up at 0 with 10:47 left to go in the first. And then Georgia at Auburn's kicking off right about now. And in a few minutes, South Carolina at LSU. BYU will be at Arizona at 8 Eastern. And then Arizona State will be at Utah later on tonight. Games from across the country fall from earlier today. Ohio State beat Illinois 34-16. Indiana beat Oregon 30-20. Ole Miss beat Washington State 24-21. Texas upset Oklahoma in the Red River rivalry 23-6. My goodness. Alabama beat Missouri 27-24. Georgia Tech beat Virginia Tech 35-20. Notre Dame beat NC State 36-7. Colorado beat Iowa State 24-17. Pittsburgh beat Florida State 34-31. And then last night, South Florida beat North Texas 63-36. NHL scores. There's 16 games on tonight, and for some reason the website doesn't want to update. There we go. Boston is leading Buffalo right now 1-0 at the end of the first. I'm surprised it ain't more. 2:28 left to go in the first. Toronto leads Detroit 2-0 with 2:28 left to go in the first. 2:52 left to go in the first. The Devils lead the Lightning 3-0 with 2:52 left to go in the first. Panthers lead the Senators 2-0 with 5:43 left to go in the first period. 4 seconds left to go in the first. The Capitals lead the Islanders 2-0. The Rangers lead the Penguins 1-0 in the first intermission. Tied up at 0, the Flyers are at the Hurricanes with 54 seconds left to go in the first. All 32 teams are playing tonight, so there you go. The Canadians are at the Blackhawks, 2:54 left to go in the first. That game's tied up at 0. Utah's at Nashville at 8 Eastern. The Blue Jackets are at the Wild at 8 Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern. The Stars are at the Avalanche. 10 o'clock, Canucks at Oilers, as well as Ducks at Sharks. Golden Knights at Kraken. Then 2 finals from earlier today. The Jets beat the Kings 3-2, and the Blues beat the Flames 4-2. NBA scores. There's only 3 games on tonight. This should... Where do you update on this thing? My God. Because it says 30-29, Pacers lead the Thunder. There we go, 32-30. They're just getting started with the second. Then coming up, the Hawks are at the Grizzlies. 8:30, Hornets are at the Mavericks. Then we do have 1 game in the MLB postseason. Chicago and Milwaukee, that'll be coming up shortly. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Do not go anywhere. Second period after this.